If these did not exist, then we could not obtain vegetables or crops, nor would we get milk to drink. According to our beliefs, some persons are punished in this world, whilst others are punished in the hereafter. But God's mercy encompasses all things. When Allah, the Almighty, is so merciful towards His creation, then what right do people have not to show mercy to their fellow beings and not treat them with kindness? It is our duty to try and bring man closer to God. But as for those who do not accept these teachings, we should not erect walls of hatred between them and us, for that is not our purpose. In the Holy Quran, God Almighty has instructed us that there should be no compulsion in religion. Chapter 2, verse 257. When each person is free to adopt any religion, there can be no reason for any hatred. It is our duty to mention the beauties of Islam and spread the message far and wide, because this too is one of the duties owed to man. That is to say, that whatever you find good for yourself, you should try and invite others to join you in the same. Nevertheless, if anyone does not accept your invitation, relations should continue as before. This is the beautiful teaching that we try to spread. The founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community, who we believe to be the promised Messiah, peace be on him, and who, according to our belief and faith, was sent to gather all religions under the name of one God, says, our community should become exemplary. Whosoever in our community shows a poor example or displays weakness in his deeds and beliefs is cruel. We must always demonstrate such examples that are liked both by God Almighty and by the holy persons who are sent by Him. Therefore, if a thought arises in anyone's mind that because of this Muslim mosque, the peace in this area will be destroyed, he or she should not worry. From this mosque, God willing, a beacon of light will shine forth, from which, according to the commandments of God, love and peace will spread. God Almighty says in the Holy Quran, verily Allah enjoins justice and the doing of good to others and giving like kindred, and forbids indecency and manifest evil and wrongful transgression. He admonishes you that you may take heed. In this verse, we have been commanded to adopt 3 values and to abstain from 3 evils. If we ponder over them, we will find that these are the qualities that lead to love and affection and that prevent chaos and disorder in society. Every just person will surely accept that the comprehensiveness of this verse is unparalleled as elsewhere. The first point a true Muslim has been enjoined to act upon is justice. Justice is not limited to one's family and friends, nor is it limited to one's fellow countrymen, nor to those of a like faith. We have been commanded to act with justice even towards an enemy who has been most cruel. If you look at the early history of Islam, you discover that many Muslims were killed. Some were even tied to 2 camels that were then driven in opposite directions, thereby rending their bodies apart. This cruel treatment was inflicted on both men and women. Furthermore, Muslims were prevented from even worshipping in the Kaaba, the most sacred house of Allah. Indeed, so many cruelties and tortures were inflicted upon the Muslims by the non-believers of Mecca that there is no time to recount all of them, all of those incidents here. In spite of all this, when the Muslims rose to power, they were commanded not to let a people's enmity incite them to act otherwise than with justice, because justice was the preferred way of God Almighty. If today some Muslims do not rise up to these standards, it is not the fault of the teachings of Islam, but a folly on the part of such Muslims, because they have accepted the Imam of the age. Members of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community strive to attain these high standards. Our community strives towards a justice that removes misunderstandings and grudges, and draws attention to the importance of preserving the rights of one another. Another quality mentioned in the verse I just quoted is to not only act with justice, but to do good unto others. Justice requires that punishment should always be proportionate to the crime. If a criminal has shown enmity towards you, you should not cause his retribution to be excessive. In any case where someone has caused you injury and you think that by not punishing the individual you would be able to reform him, then you should forgive. For that would be better. The real objective is reformation rather than seeking revenge. For after all, the true purpose is that the person should recognize his mistake and should not repeat it in the future. How did the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, do good to others? Well, he not only forgave those who were extremely cruel, but went so far as to assist them in their businesses and trade. For instance, some were given thousands of sheep, and that was not because they had become Muslim. On the contrary, they were given the assistance whilst they were still non-Muslim.